In second and quickly getting to grips with his Rally 2 Toyota on asphalt was Chris Ingram. Just a point behind Crichton in the British Championship, with the Irishman having a nightmare start. The former ERC champion was flying high in both categories. In what was set to be a thrilling three-way fight in the title race, there would be heartbreak for Andrea Mabellini. Having just moved into the provisional championship lead, the Italian spun off the road early in the afternoon. With the engine damaged, it had all but ended his... was excelling on the bumpy, broken tarmac, while his main championship rival Miko Marcic was struggling to make an impact early on. And with the Italian's closest challenger Wagner hitting those late problems, he looked set to claim second place. The WRC champion was at it again, claiming a stage win in the afternoon to run third, only for a puncture with the end in sight on the final stage to undo all his hard work. The outgoing junior ERC champion Millie Hansen had chosen the season finale to belatedly find the sweet spot on his Rally 2 Skoda setup.
Ceredigion specialist Osain Price was fourth fastest. The Welshman has won twice on these roads and will surely be a threat to the regular ERC runners this weekend.
And welcome back to Mads Osberg. The Norwegian, competing in his 300th rally, won the first WRC2 round in Croatia 4 years ago. And with another new co-driver alongside, an Irishman, Lorcan Moore, set a fine second best time.
At home in the heat of Rome had a fine day, winning 2 stages and advancing up the leaderboard, eventually finishing an excellent 6th place. Double Irish tarmac champion Callum Devine was having a fantastic morning. Another fine run in stage 4 saw him cement 5th place, only for this to happen at the stop line. The fire was put out in double quick time, but the damage was done. His day was over.
As is our new ERC junior champion, with Karlberg storming to his 4th victory of the season alongside Norwegian co-driver Jorgen Eriksson on his final outing with the ADAC Opel Rally Junior team. The 25-year-old added the overall ERC 4 title to his junior crown. Quite some season for the Swedish sensation.
Jakob Matolka had negotiated Saturday's stages instant free in the morning loop, but would come unstuck in the stifling afternoon heat. His Skoda Fabia ending up on its roof in the energy-sapping long stage 6 test.
The opening round of the new ERC season would see a frustrating start to Friday for Andrea Mabellini. The winner of the final round last year in Poland off in practice to damage his suspension, but fine work from his new racing factory team got the car fixed for the ever-crucial qualifying stage. Miko Marcic's nervous finish to Saturday had been replaced by a focused, aggressive machine on the wet final day. With the title within reach, the 29-year-old was on a mission on the sodden asphalt. Winning 2 stages in his Michelin-shod Skoda, this 5th podium of the season alongside co-driver...
Anxiety for the class leader Alejandro Cachon. In stage 10, a slow puncture had developed and his brakes were beginning to fail him. So his brake pedal had lengthened and his stage time grown by almost 29 long seconds. Crucially, he kept his lead.
The first full day of Rally Ceredigion saw local driver James Williams go fastest in Saturday's opener, but his joy would be short-lived. Early in the marathon 26-kilometre Llyn-Brian test, the Welshman's brief run to second was already done.
As for John Armstrong, he had dominated the rally from beginning to end, taming the tarmac of Ceredigion to take his first ERC win and secure a sensational
Patriot Miko Marchik. A crucial weekend, of course, for the championship leader, and it provides the pole with an early road slot for the Saturday stages. In fact, there were only 4 finishers from the 9 junior crews who'd started this challenging final round. Luka Progelhoff arrived after claiming a personal best finish of 5th in Zlin, and the 26-year-old Austrian survived early brake problems to end the season on a high with a first podium. Rally leader Martin Sesks had another lucky escape early in the day. But with his closest rival out of action, it left the Latvian with an even more comfortable lead out front. It had been a dominant return to ERC action, with the team MRF driver John Armstrong had produced an admirable end-of-season charge, but he would fall just short of a last-gasp title tilt. The Irishman had dominated the rally from start to finish, though, to secure back-to-back wins to end the year, the only driver to take more than one this season.
Ahead of him, taking the lead from a disappointed Russell, another from the Czech Republic, who was on a high when he reached the end of the day, despite dealing with the extra light pods which didn't fill him with real confidence at these fast speeds.
With Patton out front, Miko Marchik's faint championship hopes were fading. With a sudden shower just before the final loop, the Polish star gambled on wet tyres. It worked initially, climbing to 2nd, but in the dry final stage, he slipped to 4th, finally extinguishing his late-season title attack. Graham Mabellini, who was just ahead on the qualifying leaderboard in 2nd. The same positions the 2 title chasers finished last time out in Italy. The scene is set for another fierce scrap for supremacy. The star Mixi Chomos was on his first rally since the MRF driver's home event in Hungary, and had also made a spectacular exit earlier in the day. WRC 2-star Robert Virves was immediately at the sharp end on this second ERC cameo this year. Despite overheating his soft compound Hankooks towards the end of the longer stages, the Skoda driver was running in 2nd throughout the day.
The teams got their first glimpse of the stunning Welsh countryside in the tricky qualifying stage. It was championship leader Miko Marchik who opened proceedings. A clean but unspectacular run saw him set the benchmark time to beat.
With a number of WRC2 regulars competing as a warm-up round ahead of the incoming Central Europe rally, Estonian star Robert Virves is set to make his mark after claiming the 4th fastest time in qualifying.
Blue skies awaited for the final day of Rally di Roma Capitale, and it would be another sweltering test for the ERC drivers. Saturday at Rally Ceredigion would take the form of 2 loops of 3 stages, and featuring the longest and potentially toughest stage of the rally, Idefol, the Devil. Home favourite Marion Evans was barely 2 corners into the hellish stage 3 when this happened. A big impact left the crew shaken up and their car in serious trouble.
Rahill may have retired, but another Motorsport Island pilot in Keelan Brogan, who turned 25 on Friday, was set for a first podium finish of the season, only to slide off the road as well on the rally's penultimate test. Avian scrapper Isak Grierson. The 21-year-old getting up close and personal with some hay bales in the morning, but with a stage win to start the day, he held on for a fine 4th.
No surprise as to who was out in front though. Andrea Crignola is a master on these roads and undoubtedly the man to beat. A 3rd Roma di Capitale rally very much on the cards on this showing.
Level, and the Skoda driver is excitingly also set to take on a parts ERC campaign this year, his class already on display. Beating Armstrong by just 0.2 of a second to take the qualifying win, ensuring he is first on the road on Saturday. WRC 2-star Robert Vierves was immediately at the sharp end on this second ERC cameo this year. Despite overheating his soft compound Hankooks towards the end of the longer stages, the Skoda driver was running in second throughout the day.
The leaderboard was reshaped once again in stage 14, the last of the day, completed in the dark, where again the leader Cachon hit trouble in the shape of a hay bale, and it was some impact, breaking the rear right suspension.
Still in the championship hunt though was Mathieu Franceschi. The Frenchman getting back past Marchik on the power stage, and a third place finish on his Welsh debut was more than enough to take the title fight to the final round. And